Hey guys, here with another episode of Clash of Clans, and today we are going to do another war recap. So if we go into my clan here, Cosmic Fury, you can see in the war log, we actually won our first war. As you guys saw, we did lose our second war by 1 star, which really did suck. We actually could have tied it up, but they did beat us on percentage even if we did tie it up. But you could see here, we actually had a really good war against these guys, Valid Nation, 29-27. And today I'm going to show you guys basically the level 11 wall that you might be able to say won us the war. So I'm not going to spoil anything else there, and let's get into these raids. Alrighty guys, so for this first raid here, you can see I am actually attacking the opponent's number 2 player. So me being a Town Hall 10 with nearly maxed out troops, or at least the troops that I am bringing are basically all maxed out. This attacking Town Hall 9 should be pretty easy. So you can see the army that I actually decided to bring, this Golaloon RV with 2 Golems, 7 Wizards, 2 Hounds, 17 balloons, 1 hound, 2 archers, and then my spells with 2 rage, 1 heal, 1 jump, 2 poison, 2 haste and 1 poison tends to work out very well for me. I've actually used this for a few wars now to attack the number 2 player when we do match up with clans with 1 Town Hall 10 and the rest Town Hall, or the more Town Hall 9s. So you can see here in this raid, I will actually speed it up a bit. It really isn't very too impressive here. You can see I'm just going to come in on the right side with my Golems and Archer Queen. Obviously not a professional Golaloon attacker at all. I've actually really never ever done it. I think I've done it once before at Town Hall 9 and I got like a 35% 0-star. But watching all these other players do it in my clans and stuff like that, I am not too bad with it really. And you can see you're just going to overkill this base, still having 2 Lava Hounds to actually survive, which kind of did worry me about time, but we really weren't, time really wasn't that short. So you can see here balloons along with those big lava hounds on the top side, along with the lava pups, the 1 lava hound that did pop. We'll be able to clear up the rest of these structures here, and I will be able to walk with a 3-star 100% using Go La. Alrighty guys, so for this next raid here is actually my attack on their number 1 base. So obviously this base being a pretty high level Town Hall 10, obviously level 12 cannons and archer towers compared to my level 11 actually. But he did have level 7 air defenses, I have level 8. He did have level 8 Teslas, I am upgrading to level 8 Tesla. So basically a pretty close matchup in my opinion. Probably if I was in this guy's clan, I would be rated higher than him due to those walls. But you can see obviously 3 jump spells, and not going to break a single one of those walls anyway. So this is usually the army that I bring when I am attacking Town Hall 10s. Obviously, without my Barbarian King, I really do need to bring that 1 P.E.K.K.A. in. Swap it out for a Golem, just so that I could have that extra damage per second to do on the base. So you can see, usually this is how most of my Town Hall 10 attacks end up looking like, with basically just the Archer Queen along with a few Golems alive in the center. The Archer Queen will just shoot down the Town Hall here now. And you can see 49%, so definitely 50% going to come at the exact same time instantaneously as that Town Hall dropped. And now you can see here, just going to stay with it for another 20 seconds or so. My Archer Queen will actually be able to clutch the Expo there, kind of cool. And I will be able to walk away with a 57% 2-star on their number 1 player. Alrighty guys, up next is their number 1 player attacking my base. So this base, I've actually never used it in wars. Since I never really warred as a Town Hall 10, I actually made this base just as a little edit, adding in those actually extra 25 walls back when we got them. Because I never really used this base design, I kind of just left it just in case I would use it one day. And you can see here, this player GP is actually going to come in with Go Wipe. So he decides to rage into the middle of this base, and now he will actually drop 2 free spells at once, freezing basically my entire core. You know, there goes a lot of damage that my defenses could be doing. And now you can see here, he did decide to bring 4 healers instead of maybe like 2 extra golems, and this worked out very well for him. So you can see here, the Inferno Tower will go down. That means that my entire core is basically taken out already. The attacking Barbarian King will go down. We can see the Arch Queen is still alive with a healer. And at this point, I looked at it. The guy has 2 golems left with a couple of wizards, and then an Archer Queen left. He did just use the ability to get that damage boost, I guess, with those extra couple of archers. And now you can see here, at this point, I got a bit worried. So if this guy was able to, if the Arch Queen along with the wizards were able to stay behind the golems at every single point in this raid, he would basically not have much of an issue getting 3 stars, or at least a very, very high percentage 2-star. And the thing with percentage is, in a 10v10 clan war, percentage on a Town Hall 10 like me means that if they 3-star all of our Town Hall 9s and we 3-star all of their Town Hall 9s, what's it going to come down to? The obviously percentage. And if they are able to get a very high percentage 2-star like they were here, and then we are able to deliver that with another high percentage 2-star, you could say I only got like 57%. This guy already up to 80%. So at this point, I started to seriously worry. We were all basically calling in chat that this was going to be 3 stars. We looked out, we saw he still has 3 wizards. The golems are starting to go down, but not really at a fast enough rate here. But now all of a sudden, we start looking at it. The golem might does go down, and that leaves every single other troop unprotected. So now he just has 2 wizards left. Now just his Archer Queen is still alive versus the Archer Tower. And if you actually pause the frame here, you can see 4 army camps in the corners is all he needs to take out. And this 1 Archer Tower. And he has 100%. But sadly, happily for me, the Archer Queen will spend so much time on that level 11 wall. And look at this, simultaneously go down with it. And I will walk away with a 95% 2-star defense. Alrighty guys, so for this last attack here, their second attack was actually their number 1 player attacking our number 2 player. And this attack right here is the reason why we won this clan war, in my opinion. So obviously, Boomer here, having a very weird anti-3-star base, obviously wanting to defend 3 stars. At Town Hall 9, you know, that's what you really need to make sure you defend. If you get 2 stars at Town Hall 9, it really isn't very good. And you could see here, now the JP is just waiting, and then he decides to put it in his death zone, or I forgot the name. It's like sand holes. I forgot the name of this. But you could see he's going to drop every single one of his troops in the center of this base. I have no idea what he was thinking here. And I think he just thought that his troops would just be able to overpower this base. He'd be able to get 3 stars in a very funny way, and they would just be able to win this war very easily. But you can see here that is not the case at all. His Boomer's defenses will be able to defend against these guys' max troops. And you can see here nothing is alive except for the Arch Queen. Whole bunch of pups will distract, and the cannons and Archer Towers will be able to take out that Archer Queen. And that is a failed attack. And now we can head back to base here. And you could actually 29 stars to 27 stars. We were able to 3-star every single one of their bases, and 2-star their number 1 base. And they weren't able to 3-star our number 4 or our number 2. But of course, notice, if their number 1 was able to 3-star our number 2, then their number 2 and number, was it 4 here, can just focus on 3-starring Chief Cooler here. They could have gotten 29 stars right there with the 95% percentage 2-star here. You know, compared to my 57%, they would have actually won this war, but no, their number 1 kind of messed around a bit, and I think it might have cost them the war. So for right now, back at base here, around 5 million gold and elixir. I will be saving up for the elixir for actually upgrading P.E.K.K.A.s in my lab in about 2 hours here. But for the gold, we will actually upgrade a wall here. And the reason why I did want to make sure to record this is because if you go into our walls here, you can see we're up to 150 level 11 walls. That is so awesome. Obviously, working on maxing those out every single day. But for today, thank you guys for watching this video all the way to the end. Little sneak peek on next war. We have 2 Town Hall 10s. What is that? Like 6 Town Hall 9s, 2 Town Hall 7s. The opponents have 2 Town Hall 10s, a Town Hall 11, and what is that? 4 Town Hall 9s, 2 Town Hall 8, and a Town Hall 9. Definitely going to be a very interesting war here. But for today, thank you guys so much for watching the video all the way to the end. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe for daily Clash of Clans videos, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, and Clash on!